Are you feeling like you're dragging your body out of bed in the morning? Does that morning inertia feel like it's gluing you to the mattress, preventing you from waking up with energy and vigor? And is your energy completely drained throughout the day, making even the simplest tasks seem to require a Herculean effort, even when you haven't done anything to justify such exhaustion? Do you lack vitality for leisure, hobbies, or simply for living the life you love, the one you've built with so much effort and dedication over the years? If you're over 40, 50, 60, or older, it's incredibly tempting. It's the easiest and most socially accepted path to simply shrug it off and dismiss this uncomfortable feeling as normal for your age, the weight of the years, just routine. Stress, or accept that this is just how it is after a certain age. Thousands of people at this stage of life, a phase that should be about reaping the rewards, enjoying maturity, end up accepting this persistent fatigue as an inevitable destiny of aging, ignoring the increasingly loud signals their own body is sending. But pay attention. And your attention here is crucial. What if this tiredness that prevents you from living fully, that steals the joy from the little things, that limits your daily life, is not by any means normal? What if believing that this overwhelming fatigue is just a harmless and inevitable consequence of age is in fact the first and most dangerous mistake you can make against yourself? A mistake with potentially devastating impact without you even realizing the real gravity. This passive acceptance of fatigue as commonplace, as part of getting old, could be masking real health problems, serious, and the good news is, treatable problems. But if left aside, ignored, or neglected, these problems can drastically compromise your longevity, steal your vitality, and undermine your quality of life in the coming years and decades. Ignoring this persistent and debilitating sign of fatigue is a risk you simply should not take. It's an incredibly dangerous gamble against your most precious asset, your health and your quality lifespan. In this content, we will unravel this mystery surrounding midlife fatigue, this condition that affects so many people and that, unfortunately, is so often misinterpreted and underestimated. You will understand why, for a huge portion of the population in your age group, this dragging fatigue, which doesn't improve even with rest, is not just the result of a few hours of sleep last night or a period of intense work. We will delve deep into the reasons why this exhaustion can be, and frequently is, a crucial warning sign your body is firing, a cry for help that demands immediate attention. And most importantly, you will learn about the most common and at times most worrying medical causes of this fatigue that require urgent investigation and the exact and intelligent path to follow to investigate thoroughly, identify the root of the problem, and finally find a way to recover the vibrant energy and disposition you might have thought you'd lost forever. Stay with me until the end, because the knowledge you will gain here has the real power to radically change the way you see your own health, your longevity potential, and the future of your vitality. The great hidden danger of this prolonged fatigue, which prevents you from functioning at your best, especially when it manifests increasingly in middle age, lies in its incredible ability to camouflage itself in daily life. It doesn't arrive dramatically, like an acute pain or an obvious symptom of serious illness that would make you run to the doctor. On the contrary, it settles in slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, day after day, week after week, blending perfectly into your routine, camouflaging itself in that common and accepted social narrative that getting old is just tiring. It is precisely at this point, in this passive acceptance, that an enormous number of people, intelligent and successful people in other areas of life, fall into the most insidious trap, the trap of simply ignoring the signs. Your body, that complex and incredibly resilient machine, is emitting clear signals, often silently at first, but which become increasingly loud and insistent through fatigue. However, the mind, conditioned by limiting beliefs about age or routine, stress rationalizes, creating justifications that divert attention from the real problem. It's just the extra work this week. It's the worries about the kids. It's financial stress. This denial, whether conscious or unconscious, of this vital signal the body is sending is the first and, undoubtedly, the most critical mistake you can make, a mistake that has the real potential to exact an extremely high price on your health and well-being in the future. Think with me, practically, using a familiar analogy. Would you, who invest time and money in maintaining your car, ignore a red warning light that comes on the dashboard while you're driving? It's very likely you wouldn't. You know that light could indicate a serious problem that needs to be checked immediately by a specialist to avoid a breakdown or greater damage. If we have this caution with a metal machine, why do so many of us not apply the same principle of urgency to our own bodies? A biologically infinitely more sophisticated, more valuable, and crucially, a machine without spare parts you can simply buy around the corner. This fatigue that has set in, that doesn't subside even after a good night's sleep, that imposes clear limits on your ability to perform activities, that steals your energy for leisure and impacts your mood and mental clarity, may just be the visible tip of a much larger iceberg hidden beneath the surface. It could be the external symptom of underlying medical conditions that are developing internally and require accurate diagnosis and appropriate treatment. It's not a character flaw or lack of willpower, it's a real physical symptom that points to something wrong with how your body is functioning, and, like every symptom in medicine, it points to a root cause that needs to be investigated by a qualified healthcare professional. Let's now explore, clearly and accessibly, some of the most common and at times most dangerous medical causes of this type of fatigue that, we repeat, is not normal in middle age and demands your full attention. Knowing these possibilities is the first step to not falling into the trap of ignorance or denial. Do you think it's just morning laziness or lack of get up and go? It could be something much more fundamental, like a simple lack of iron. Iron deficiency anemia is one of the most globally prevalent causes, yet incredibly underestimated and therefore often diagnosed late in middle age. Iron is absolutely vital in the formation of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that transports oxygen to every cell in your body. When there is a lack of iron, hemoglobin production decreases, and the blood's capacity to carry oxygen to your muscles, your brain, your vital organs drops drastically. Without enough oxygen, the body functions inefficiently, and extreme fatigue, the feeling of constant exhaustion, is the direct and inevitable result of this lack of adequate oxygenation of your tissues. The danger of ignoring it? Chronic untreated. Anemia strains your heart, increasing the risk of serious heart problems in the future. Furthermore, it impacts your brain function, decreasing concentration and memory capacity, and weakens your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to infections. The good news, and here comes the huge benefit, iron deficiency anemia is relatively simple to detect through a routine blood test, and treatment, usually with iron supplementation under medical guidance, can restore your vitality in weeks or months. It's a serious problem, but often with a simple solution, if detected in time. What if your metabolism was running in slow motion without you realizing it? This can be the reality for those suffering from hypothyroidism. The thyroid, a small, butterfly-shaped gland in your neck, is the conductor of your metabolism, controlling the speed of energy production in every cell of your body. If it's sluggish, producing fewer hormones than necessary, hypothyroidism, everything in your body slows down. Digestion, heart rate, the ability to generate heat, and crucially, energy generation in the cells plummets. Overwhelming tiredness is the main symptom, often accompanied by unexplained weight gain, a constant feeling of cold, dry skin, hair loss, constipation, and mood swings such as sadness and difficulty concentrating. The risk of not treating it? You condemn your body to live in economy mode without the energy needed for the most basic activities and significantly increase the risk of developing serious problems like high cholesterol, heart disease, and long-term cognitive dysfunction. The immense benefit of diagnosing, which is done with a simple blood test, and treating it correctly, is that simple daily medication can restore hormonal balance, returning not only the disposition and energy that seemed lost, but normalizing weight, body temperature, intestinal function, and significantly improving mood and memory. It's like giving your metabolism a reset, restoring vitality. Imagine that even while eating, your body can't use the fuel it receives. This can happen in type 2 diabetes, a condition increasingly common with age and often silent at first, except, ironically, for extreme and unexplained fatigue. Even with high blood glucose, cells can have difficulty using it as an energy source. The increased need to urinate in uncontrolled diabetes leads to dehydration, another potent cause of fatigue. Fatigue in this context is a clear sign that your body's delicate glucose control system is seriously compromised. The danger of ignoring this sign? Chronic excess sugar in the blood silently damages vessels and nerves, affecting practically all vital organs over time. It can lead to severe kidney problems, need for dialysis, eye damage, blindness, increase the risk of heart attack, stroke in the brain, and cause numbness and pain in the limbs. The benefit of diagnosing early and starting strict control with diet, exercise, and, if necessary, medication is transformative. You regain energy because the body starts using glucose efficiently again, and what is most critical, actively protects your vital organs, preventing or drastically slowing down the devastating complications that severely compromise the quality and length of your life. It's a battle worth every effort to win. What if the problem was with your sleep, even if you spend hours in bed? If you snore loudly, if your partner has noticed pauses in your breathing while you sleep, and if you wake up tired even after having slept enough, obstructive sleep apnea could be the cause. During apnea, the airway partially or completely collapses while you sleep, causing breathing pauses that repeat dozens or even hundreds of times a night. These pauses deprive the brain and body of oxygen and cause constant micro-awakenings that fragment sleep, preventing you from reaching the most restorative stages of deep and REM sleep. The result? Chronic poor quality sleep, which manifests as debilitating fatigue, uncontrollable excessive daytime sleepiness, and difficulty concentrating. But the danger goes far beyond fatigue. There is a significantly higher risk of accidents, especially in traffic, due to daytime sleepiness and a real and increased danger to cardiovascular health, including high blood pressure, dangerous arrhythmias, myocardial infarction, and stroke. The benefit of investigating sleep through a test called polysomnography and treating apnea, often with the use of a machine, CPAP, that keeps the airways open, is for many transformative and life-saving. It drastically improves sleep quality, eliminates daytime sleepiness that puts your life at risk, and most importantly, drastically reduces the risk of heart problems and stroke. It's literally regaining your breath to live, but it's not just physical conditions that steal your energy. A tired mind also deeply exhausts the body. Mental health conditions such as clinical depression and anxiety disorders don't just affect your mood, they are major drainers of vital energy. Fatigue, often described as a weight on the body, a generalized slowness, is a central and debilitating symptom of depression. The chronic stress of anxiety keeps your body in a constant state of alert, depleting your energy reserves over time. Neglecting these conditions worsens both physical fatigue and the emotional state, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break alone. Seeking qualified professional help with psychologists, psychiatrists is an essential and powerful act of self-care that can release the energy trapped by psychological suffering and help you regain the disposition to live. It's about treating the root of fatigue that often resides in the complexities of our mind. And to conclude this worrying but crucial list, remember that your body is a complex machine that needs the right materials to function. Specific nutritional deficiencies, such as a lack of vitamin B12, vitamin D, or folate, which become more common with age due to changes in absorption or restrictive diets, can cause direct fatigue, muscle weakness, and lack of energy. Your body needs these vitamins and minerals to function correctly and produce efficient energy at a cellular level. Specific blood tests can reveal these deficiencies, and appropriate supplementation, always guided by a healthcare professional, can solve the problem of fatigue surprisingly effectively, restoring your energy levels quickly and safely. It's like fueling a car with the correct fuel after using an adulterated one. The difference in performance is immediate and noticeable. Do you see now the complexity of the problem? Do you fully understand how this fatigue that you might have simply been dismissing as something normal could in reality be a vibrant warning sign, a red flag? Conditions ranging from simple to correct nutritional deficiencies to chronic diseases that, if not identified and treated in time, can seriously compromise not just your next few years, but the next decades of your life, affecting your independence, your joy, and your quality of life. Ignoring this sign of fatigue is the equivalent of closing your eyes to problems that are developing right now inside you. It's an incredibly risky, unnecessary gamble against your own health and your future. The benefit of facing fatigue head-on, of not surrendering to the simplistic idea that "It's just age and there's nothing to be done," of actively seeking the cause and the solution, is immense. It's transformative. It's the precious chance to discover health problems in their initial stages, when they are generally much easier to treat, less complex, and with significantly better prognoses. It's the golden opportunity to correct imbalances that, if left uncared for, would silently evolve into serious chronic diseases and disabling complications. It's a direct and strategic investment in your own ability to live the next chapters of your story fully, with the energy needed to dedicate yourself to your hobbies, enjoy the company of family and friends, face new challenges, and simply have the disposition to enjoy each day with renewed enthusiasm. It's about recovering years, perhaps decades of active, productive life, and above all, with quality and joy. So what concrete steps should you take if you identified with these signs? If this persistent fatigue is part of your daily life and you wondered if it was really supposed to be normal, the first and most important step, the decisive step, is to stop making excuses, stop rationalizing, and start investigating seriously and with the right help. Observe your habits carefully. How is the quality and quantity of your sleep? Does your diet provide essential nutrients? Do you exercise? How do you manage stress? Adjustments to these health pillars can help improve energy and are always recommended for general health. But it's crucial to understand, in the vast majority of cases, these adjustments alone will not be enough if there is a specific underlying medical cause that needs to be professionally diagnosed and treated. Therefore, the most intelligent, urgent, and effective action you can take now is to seek evaluation from a qualified healthcare professional. Do not fall into the dangerous temptation of self-diagnosing based on fragmented information from the internet or amateur advice from friends and family. A doctor with their training, knowledge, and clinical experience is the right person to conduct a complete and thorough evaluation of your case. They will listen to your detailed history, ask crucial questions about your symptoms, perform a careful physical examination, and, based on your complaints and the examination, request laboratory tests and, if necessary, imaging to investigate the most probable causes of your fatigue. This includes essential blood tests to check for anemia, thyroid function, glucose, essential vitamins like B12 and D, function of vital organs like the liver and kidneys. In some cases, more complex tests, such as a sleep study, polysomnography, or cardiology evaluations, may be indicated to reach an accurate diagnosis. The crucial point, the message that needs to echo in your mind: go after the answer to your fatigue. Do not settle for the easy explanation of "it's just age and that's it." Yes, biological aging brings natural changes, but it by itself does not justify debilitating, persistent exhaustion without an apparent or treatable cause. This fatigue you feel could be an unexpected gift, an early and valuable warning that your body is sending, giving you the opportunity to act now, investigate thoroughly, before a potentially simple-to-treat problem becomes something more serious, complex, and with the potential to leave permanent consequences. Imagine the incredible feeling of having your energy back, the lightness and disposition to get out of bed feeling genuinely rested and ready to embrace the day, the vitality to face tasks and challenges with renewed optimism, the gas to fully enjoy the weekend, travel, start long-delayed projects, be present and engaged in the lives of the people you love. This regaining of energy is not a utopia. It is not a distant dream. For thousands of people who lived with the burden of chronic fatigue, the solution was a diagnosis away, just waiting. For the courageous step to investigate and seek professional help. Professional help. Don't wait for the fatigue to worsen to the point of limiting your ability to work, compromising important relationships, stealing your joy of living, or undermining your motivation to take care of yourself. Be proactive. Take charge of your health now. Use this signal your body is sending you, this persistent fatigue, not as a burden to carry, but as the necessary impulse to act and take care of your health strategically and intelligently. The knowledge you have gained by reaching this point is a powerful tool, but it is your action that transforms this tool into real and tangible results in your life. Now that you understand without mincing words that midlife fatigue can be much more than being a little tired, that it can be the messenger of something important and treatable, you have the responsibility and the opportunity to act and investigate. Do not allow yourself to fall into the dangerous comfort zone of attributing everything to age as an excuse. Look at fatigue as a symptom to be unraveled, a mystery to be solved with specialized help. The key to the solution, to regaining your energy and ensuring your longevity with quality, lies in seeking individualized medical evaluation and rigorously following the guidance. Important: this content is an educational and informational guide. It does not replace, under any circumstances, an in-person medical consultation, an accurate diagnosis, and an individualized treatment plan. Only a qualified healthcare professional, after evaluating your complete history, performing a physical examination, and requesting the necessary complementary tests, can correctly diagnose and indicate the most appropriate and safe treatment for your specific case. Always, without exception, consult your doctor regarding any symptom or health concern. If this content resonated with you, if the idea of not giving in to fatigue, of seeking the cause and regaining your vitality resonates with you, I want to invite you, an invitation for you to take control of your health with quality information. Like this video so it reaches more people. Share it with friends and family who may also be dealing with this fatigue without knowing the real reason. And if you value your longevity and seek reliable knowledge to live longer and better, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to not miss the next essential content about health, well-being, and how to have a long and full life. Remember, always consult your doctor